Welcome to Daily Scripture Reading. I do not own the rights to this music. Mark chapter 6, beginning at verse 14 and ending at verse 29. This is the Amplified Version. John's fate recalled. King Herod Antipas heard about this, for Jesus' name and reputation had become well known. People were saying, John the Baptist has been raised from the dead, and that is why these miraculous powers are at work in him. But others were saying, he is Elijah, and others were saying, it is a prophet, like one of the prophets of old. But when Herod heard of it, he kept saying, John, whom I beheaded, has risen from the dead. For Herod himself had sent guards and had John arrested and shackled in prison because of Herodias, the wife of his half-brother Philip, because he, Herod, had married her. For John had been saying to Herod, it is not lawful under Mosaic law for you to have your brother's wife. Herodias had a grudge against John and wanted to kill him, but she could not, because Herod feared John, knowing that he was a righteous and holy man, and he continually kept him safe. When he heard John speak, he was very perplexed, but he enjoyed listening to him. But an opportune time finally came for Herodias. Herod on his birthday gave a banquet for his officials, nobles, courtiers, and military commanders, and the leading men of Galilee. Now Salome, the daughter of Herodias, came in and danced for the men. She pleased and beguiled Herod and his dinner guests. And the king said to the girl, ask me for whatever you want, and I will give it to you. And he swore to her, whatever you ask me, I will give it to you, up to half of my kingdom. She went out and said to her mother, what shall I ask for? And Herodias replied, the head of John the Baptist. And she rushed back to the king and asked, saying, I want you to give me right now the head of John the Baptist on a platter. The king was deeply grieved, but because of his oaths and his dinner guests, who might have regarded him as weak, he was unwilling to break his word and refuse her. So the king immediately sent for an executioner and commanded him to bring back John's head. And he went and had John beheaded in the prison, and brought back his head on a platter, and gave it to the girl, and the girl gave it to her mother. When his disciples heard about this, they came and took away John's body and laid it in a tomb. The end. God bless you, and thank you for joining me today.